Now finally, this is the DENDE deck profile, the Trader DENDE deck profile that I have been waiting to make for so long. I've recorded this video over 5 times, and every single time I've messed up or something just got in the way where I didn't like how the video came out, so I redid it. This is my last final try. This is it. I'm filming it now, and this deck is just, I have so much fun playing this deck. This is probably the funnest deck I have. It's quite overpowered too. I played in the tournament and I got first place with this deck, which is pretty awesome. Let's see. I'm just trying to think of stuff I've beaten with this deck. I had there was a blue Dende. But when you awaken, it's Purunga and Goku. I'm pretty sure that beat me, which sucks. But other than that, I beat Toa with it, but surprisingly, I've done a lot of good stuff. I've beat a lot of good people with this deck. So yeah, now it's time for the deck profile. I call this a Trader Dende because most of you know it's kind of a trend going on right now. I'm running Friezas in this deck. So, yeah. And this is one of the few Wish Leaders that can attack. I know it says it can't attack, but here you can. Anyways. Permanent. Scar can attack. Activate main, burst 2. I get 2 Dragon Balls from my deck or life, add them to my hand. When there's 7 more Dragon Balls, I choose 1 Namekian, add it to my hand. Only Namekian I have in this deck is super combos for this reason. In case I mill any, I add it back to my hand. So I activate main once per turn. I can attack with this, which is pretty cool. I draw 1 card. I can use 1 yellow desire card. Or I can remove 7 Dragon Balls. I'm not going to read it because it's going to take too long and I just don't use it. So now we obviously have the package we need to run this deck. The 7 Dragon Balls. Everybody uses the 1-star Dragon Ball, or they would use 2 1-star Dragon Balls. I just use 6 of the normal Dragon Balls, which is just plain you draw 1, and 1 Super Dragon Ball. I like this because you pay 2 energies, you draw 4, and it's like really good. Sorry, I just got a text and it distracted me. So I pay 2 energy, I draw 4, and I have to discard 2, and that's great because I need as many freezes as I can in my drop area. So getting the discard 2 for free without paying the combo price is very good, and you just get a lot of cards. So now we have the Dragon Ball Secret Sorbet. I have 3. They come in clutch when I need to. Sometimes they come in clutch when I need to. Sometimes I don't see them in the beginning, but other times I do, and I could awaken by turn 2, which is key. You really want to awaken turn 2 with this deck. But I play this card from my hand. I choose 1 Dragon Ball from my deck, add it to my hand, shuffle. What did I look through? Okay, so now we have Dragon Radar, and I just feel like this card's gonna get banned or limited or something because this card just makes all the Wish Leaders broken. Getting the bounce back 2 desire cards, because nobody really uses the first main. They always use the second one, and just bouncing back 2 desire cards for my drop is really good and quite broken, especially in this deck. It just makes this deck bounce back your desire cards insane. And this deck runs heavy on the 4 desire cards. Freezer Revenge in Motion. You don't need this card, but it's good to have because sometimes you can be turn 3 and not have any freezes in the drop. I place this card in my drop area, draw 1, choose 1 Frieza 4 or less in my deck, place in drop area, and then shuffle my deck. So I get to fill up my drop and I get to draw 1. So it's a pretty good, simple card. Now I run 2 and 2. I run 2 Flying Nimbuses, which I negate the attack. I drop 1 yellow card, which can be Frieza, and then my opponent can attack 1 more time. And I run 2 Time Magic. I would run 4 Flying Nimbus, but the reason I run 2 Time Magic is because sometimes I like getting really aggressive, and the Sparking 5 comes in clutch. So that's why I run just 2 and 2. Now I have Victorious Lackey Tagoma. Sometimes I won't get a Desire card in my hand turn 3, or I won't get a Dragon Radar to take him back out from the drop area. So this card is like a toned down version of the Dragon Radar. I play this card, then choose one yellow card from my deck or drop area, add it to my hand, shuffle it. Simple card, just search for the yellow Desire card. I run 2 Kaba, very good, 2 energy, blocker Revenge, perfect. That's like all I need. And now I have the most important card of the deck is what makes this deck run, Revival of the Emperor. This card gains Desire. If you lead cards a yellow Shenron, I can choose one freeze in my drop area, play it, and play a 4 cost or less and play it. So this card is absolutely amazing. You can bring out 2 freezes because you play one for free, and then you tap 2 energy to bring it out, and it's just completely broken. And then you have Dragon Radar to bounce both of them back into your hand, and yeah, this deck is a super good. Frieza Back from Hell. I've used this to kill my opponent once. Only one could be played. Choose one of my opponent's battle cards in rest mode, ignoring barrier, and it can't be switched to the start of my my next turn. This activate main, which the second one I like a lot. Once per turn, sparking 7. If my opponent has 7 or more cards in rest mode, that's including energy, leader, battle cards, they take a life. So I could either just hard cast it or play it for free using the Desire card, and force my opponent to take a life if they have 7 more cards in rest mode. Out of the 4 super combos, just they're the Namekian ones, like I said. So in case I burst any, I can add them back to hand. With a luck is at 5 or less, I get 10,000 power and to draw 1. I run 2 Shenron Figure of Majesty. If my opponent keeps this on play, it's gonna hurt them, and it's gonna hurt them a lot. Oh, this one's black because I'm using my Gogeta deck right now. But this card can attack. I draw 1. I could either choose 2 of my energies, switch it back to active mode, or this one I use. If my leader card, I can choose a leader card or a battle card that gains 5,000 power and critical for the duration of the turn. I use that for the double strikes, or I have this card that has dual attack and double strike. I'll give it the plus 5k and crit, and it just becomes a monster. Occupational of Evil Frieza, double strike, activate main. I place 2 yellow battle cards in my drop area, and I choose 1 golden Frieza Resurrected the Terror, evolve it, and draw 2 cards. I only run 1 and run to the Resurrected the Terror. I'll show you how it looks later, but 1's all you need. It comes as more often than you think, which is kind of odd. Now we have one of the best Frieza cards in this deck. It has base is dual attack, and although I place 1 card in my hand in drop area, which is good because I need Friezas, and I KO 2 of my opponent's battle cards in rest mode, and it gains double strike. So it KOs 2 cards, it gains double strike, and base has dual attack. Plus you have him on play, and you give him the 5k crit, so it's 20,000 crit, double strike, dual attack. It becomes a monster. You bring out for free using this guy. It's very good. And also you can do this other play, which you have Clan of Terror Mecha Frieza, base double strike. When I play this card, I choose one of my opponent's battle cards. Oh, they show me their hand. I can choose one of their battle cards and make them play it in rest mode. So that's very good. What I love doing is I like playing Desire card for free for him, making them play a battle card so they have 2 or whatever. Then I tap 2 Desire. I tap 2 for the Desire card to bring him out. Discard 1, KO 2. And I have 2 double strike cards on play, which they're just insane. This surprise attack Frieza is absolutely amazing. As critical, when I KO something, I can drop it, so I can really have these. Here, let's see. I could have these 3 out on play. I play this one first, make him play a card, KO both of them, and then bring this guy out on play. So you have 3 Friezas, very easy, and you're being super aggressive. Now this is the 7-drop this one I was talking about, I dropped 2 yellow battle cards. Get to drop him. It has 30,000 triple strike. When this card evolves into this card, this auto is cool, but it affects your battle area too. So every single card in rest mode gets KO'd. Every card in active mode, except this one, gets placed in rest mode. It doesn't ignore barrier, which is kind of sucks, but it's still an amazing card. Just don't attack with anything. Keep them all up. And just your cards will go in rest mode, but all your opponent's battle cards, if they're in rest mode, will get KO'd. Something I like doing is having him out on play, giving him the 5,000 crit, so triple strike crit, not helping your opponent with hand advantage or anything of that sort. And this is last resort. This is to end the game. This is to finish absolutely everything. Triple attack over roam 8, 4 energy. Your opponent can't activate skills unless they choose one card from their hand, center their warp. You want this card at the absolute end when you know you can finish them because you're warping your Dragon Balls, you're warping absolutely everything. One time I've had these two. Oh, no. This on play, and like all these guys I've had on play, and it just becomes an insane field that makes it nearly impossible to like counter and stop because of his effect. Every time you super combo or counter, you warp a card, so you're just losing cards a lot. So yeah, that's the end of the deck profile.